Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome along. It's episode number 15 of my Football Manager 2020 YouTube video game series. It's the Return of Kaiserslautern. I'm Tony, as you know. If you've been following the series, you'll know we're in Bundesliga 2 now. If you haven't been following the series, first of all, welcome and thank you for joining in. We're having quite a nice time in Bundesliga 2. Form's pretty good. As you'll see in this video, things are going quite nicely. We have 2 games in this episode for you to watch. We are travelling to Pauli, and then we also have Hamburg come to the Fritz-Walter Stadion. So there should be 2 good games to watch, to be honest. So hopefully, fingers crossed for a nice bit of entertainment. If you enjoy the videos, please do hit like. That's much appreciated. And also thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing on the channel so far. We've passed a couple of milestones recently, which I'm really proud of. I genuinely wasn't sure how this channel was going to be received, so thank you so much for all your support on that. Any comments and feedback, please do leave them below. I respond to everything, particularly if it's feedback, stuff that you like, stuff you want to see done better, stuff that needs tweaking. Just drop me a line and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, because I do respond to everything. Also, if you haven't had a chance, please go and try and check out the Football Manager Therapy podcast. That's available on Acast, Apple Music and Spotify. Again, I've put links below. I hope you enjoy that sort of thing. I've got some video content as well on this channel. I'm playing a Scandinavian Triple Crown Challenge, so again, you might want to go and have a little look at that, and if you do, that's great, but as I say, 2 games to watch on this episode, Sao Pauli and Hamburg. So without further ado, let's go and enjoy all that as we return to Kaiserslautern. And as we say, guys, things are going pretty well, to be honest, in Bundesliga 2. As you can see, 8 games without defeat, which, given the start that you saw, it wasn't particularly brilliant. We were grinding results out. We've now gone 8 games without losing, and as you can see, there's some pretty decent results, really. Obviously, we looked at the last couple of matches there with Cologne and with Nuremberg. Recently, since obviously we've been offline, we've played Arminia Bielefeld, we've played Sandhausen, we've played Holstein Kiel, and we've played Jan Regensburg. And we've managed to get some pretty good scores. So we'll have a little look at some of the highlights just to get you up to speed with what's been going on. This was quite a decent match, really. Bielefeld came into the game. I was confident we were going to get a good result. And thankfully the players did not let me down. Asta with a great ball in there for Bjarnason to sort of get a bit of a chance. Should have buried it, didn't, unfortunately. We rode our luck a little bit there with a free kick that comes in. It was nicely played in, but thankfully it didn't really cause us too many issues. Again, the 3 maestros in the midfield just pinging the ball around. Liadji gets the ball, tees it up. It comes back out to Pick. Pick whips it back in, and of course he's the man you want in that situation. The Iceman Bjarnason gets his head on it and puts us in front, which I think we were deserving at that point in the game, to be honest. Here's Asta now, who's been really great, by the way, at right back. He's come in on loan. We didn't know a great deal about him. The director of football suggested we have a look at him. He was brought in on deadline day. Look at that, lovely ball in across the 6-yard box, and Bjarnason just toe pokes it in. A poacher's goal, really, which, again, a man of that experience is going to do that. It's all about positioning. And talk about positioning, defensive positioning was really at fault there, to be honest. A great delivery, and don't get me wrong, but again, just that little bit of concentration where you want your centre-halves to really focus in and not let you down. So, 2-1 for that result. 3-2 this match. Now, this was a back and forth. This, felt like, I know it's a 90-minute game, but it felt like 180 minutes. There was so much going on. And I just don't even know where to begin, to be honest. We started at breakneck pace. Here's Hercher down the wing. Does the guy on the right back who sort of goes to dive in. Liadji gets his head on it, and he's just continuing that fine Richard form that he's played throughout the season. He's really settled in quite nicely. I know there's a lot of pressure on him to do well, but he's really sort of rising to that, and I think that having him in that team is really, really benefiting that midfield, and we are looking so good as an attacking threat. Look, Pick there, with just driving from the halfway line. It's a shame about the final end product, but again, real sign of intent, just Just the team that seem to play with an intensity now, which I'm really happy with. Like, they close down, they get on top of players, they force mistakes, and then when they get the ball, it's just pace and attacking and catching teams off guard, which I think is really good. Like, I'm really happy about that, to be honest, because that's kind of what we were hoping for. And again, Pick driving from halfway, opening up space. Chifchi plays in. Liadji one-on-one should have finished it. That should have been 2-0, and I think that would have given us a nice buffer had we gone 2-0 at that point in the game. Sort of 5 minutes, 10 minutes before half time. You maybe would have sort of like went, right, the game might change a little bit. But again, a nice ball in there, and we've just managed to cut it out and recycle it, which, is great. Second half started pretty much in the same vein, to be honest. Backerman pinged the ball out there to Pick. Blocked across, but, we still managed to get the second ball, which, again, is obviously important. Asta fires it in. Pick nods it down. Here comes Hercher. Hercher out to Backerman. Back to Hercher. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we're just, knocking the ball around. Nothing's really happening. Hercher comes in again on the left. Gives the ball away. Now, that's the worry, because Hercher's way out of position at that point, and we got punished. We got absolutely sucker punched at that point. Hercher all the way out, too far forward to lose the ball, and then, like I say, properly punished on the counter-attack. So, not happy with that, to be honest. Especially, as I say, when Liadji missed that shot in the first half, which could have put us 2-0 up, and that would not have been too much of a worry to have conceded at that point, because we'd have been 2-1, whereas now at this point 1-1, and we're sort of starting to go, well, this is not ideal. We've just come out of the dressing room, and we've kind of got to start to rethink our plans a little bit, which you don't want to do at home, especially against a team who aren't particularly playing well. But again, just getting caught over the top with that ball, and just like, Hoff made a great save, but again, just getting back to those second balls. And at this point, you're starting to think, well, we're 2-1 down now. What's going on? Like, they've come out of the traps in the second half, and we were thinking that it was going to be us that was going to drive the sort of the ascendancy, but it really caught us. But then thankfully, Bjarnason, again, as I said, that pressuring the team into making a mistake, and he did that, and he took his chance well and just buried it in the bottom corner. I know we said episodes before, and I do keep saying it, and I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but there was always going to be a question mark over Bjarnason coming up into Bundesliga 2, 29 years old. Is he going to cut it? He had loads and loads of goals last year, like 18 goals I think it was in Bundesliga 3, and fair play to the guy. He's really taken the opportunity to still be the main man, and he's still banging the goals in. So fair play to him. We haven't had to buy another striker just yet, and again, almost getting himself on the score sheet yet again at that point. Just a little flick header, just went over the top. And then we start to get towards the end of the game, like 15 minutes to go. Backerman, great ball in, and then Pick gets a chance, and it's a good save, and it's just like, you're looking there going, the game's just running away. Long ball in there, and it's just picked up by the goalkeeper, and it's it's a shame. Like, you go, well, we've lost again. We nearly lost right at the end there. So going from the idea from going like 1-0 up, thinking we're going to win, and a 2-2 draw, not ideal. I think I maybe said we won 3-2 at one point of that, but I'm sorry if I did say that. I meant a 2-2 draw. Regensburg, we did score 3 goals in that game, and they're bottom of the table, so we were kind of expected to win. I was going to show this game actually, but then the Hamburg match got sort of rearranged, and I thought, well, Hamburg and Sao Pauli might be like a really nice, interesting two teams to watch the full game of. But we played some great football in this match, as you'd expect, to be honest. We go into it in good form. They're going into it in woeful form. Liadji picks the ball up here. Asta turns it back, and then Bjarnason just lays it back to Chifchi, edge of the area, slots it home. And that just puts us a goal up. Less than 15 minutes played. And for me, that was just a really nicely worked goal, because, again, we were actually first to the rebound this time. Pick's effort saved. Usually, we've been guilty of sort of letting the defence get back and clear their lines, whereas thankfully, Liadji was straight on that there, picked the ball up, recycled it. Asta then played it into to Bjarnason. Lovely little layoff. And then Chifchi just drilled it home. Liadji then picks up the ball here, halfway line, intercepts. Asta with a great pick-up. Again, lays it back. Bjarnason lays it back to Chifchi, and it's almost like, it's not quite identical, but again, the same three guys involved. Asta, Bjarnason, Chifchi. And it's just a lovely little movement to make that 2-0. And again, you're sort of at this point going, that's nice, Hercher, great ball in there. And of course, Liadji at the back post, having, again, just another great bit of play from Liadji, using that space really well. And yeah, just can't complain. Lovely ball from Hercher as well, by the way, making up for that mistake in the last game where he was so far out of position. He was playing a different field, essentially. And then again, so 3-0 really didn't flatter us. I think 3-0 was a fair result. 4-0 would have been maybe a bit too much. A bit embarrassing here, man, to be honest, getting robbed on the halfway line, and they should really have done better, at least forced a save out of up-off, but, it's fine. I'm not going to really sort of be too fussed about the fact that they're missing chances in the last minute. For us, that's great. It's another clean sheet. But it does keep that question mark over the defence, because we have said, again, all the time, the defence is the bit that everyone's questioning. And the more games we play in this division, the more experience this defence has to get in this league. And we've got 3 players in on loan. It's not really a long-term defence. So that's where we're at. Hopefully we can start pushing on and really start to build a bit. I'm feeling confident in the team. I think that we're playing nice football. The results, as you can see there, are starting to speak for themselves. We're travelling to Sao Pauli. We've got Hamburg at home. Then we've got Bochum. So we've kind of got some teams who are in and around the top. So we're currently 7th. Sao Pauli are 5th. Hamburg are 2nd. Bochum are 3rd. So I think we're going to learn a lot about the team over the next few weeks. Now, I think we're up for the fight. I feel as though we're up for the fight, and I think that there's definitely enough confidence now within our team that if it comes to it, we feel like we can give anyone in this division a game. Now, if you'd have asked me that at the start of the season, I'd have said no chance at all. We'll be fighting and just hoping for the best. Whereas last 10 games, I think we're maybe starting to believe that we're not as bad as people have maybe said we are. So we are a bit better than maybe what some people have said, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going, because, as you know, on this game, my job is simply just to motivate these guys, and that's what we need to do. We need to just convince these people just to run through brick walls, and we'll worry about stuff once we worry about stuff, and hopefully that'll be many, many years down the line. And we'll just have to wait and see. So so far it's working is where we're at. Bachmann sadly gets dispossessed there, and we are on a bit of a counter-attack. Great tackle by Lucas Mai, who has I know he's a bit so there's a lot of pressure on Lucas Mai, I think, coming in from Bayern Munich too. He's got a big price tag on him. He's only young, but I think there is pressure there because we know he's going to be a good player. I'm confident that he'll come good. He has made a couple of mistakes in the past, as you've seen, but he is learning from that, and he is growing from that, I think. So hopefully we can sort of still build Lucas Mai, and he can become a really, really good player. And it would be great if we can actually keep him, but that's a problem for later on in the season, to be honest. It's not a problem for right now. Here's Asta. That's a lovely ball in, and that's a great save, to be honest. Have to be honest, and gets his head on it. And again, Asta seemed to be settling in quite nicely. Very good going forward. Bjarnason's robbed the defender there. He's just put it wide. That's inches, isn't it? That's a sign of intent that I don't think they were expecting. Now, okay, so they're going to come out on the counter-attack now. And again, Mai, just beautiful, just steps up and just robs him. Doesn't have to dive in, just stands up straight, clean tackle, standing up tackle. Doesn't have to go to ground, which really asserts dominance, doesn't it? Just nah, that's my ball, thanks very much. Here's Park Yi Young. He gets the ball cleared. And again, Hirsch has left himself so exposed. He does do that. He gets too far forward and just over the top. But we are going to get we have been punished, and we are going to get punished more. And that's Pick nearly putting the ball in the back post there. The angle was terrible. Sorry, I missed most of what was going on there, but it looked like the ball had been played in, and I think it was Lucas Mai got his head to it, and it's that's a hell of a goal, mine, to be honest. I'm still busy explaining what's gone on in a previous attempt that you couldn't really make out and see because the angle was bad, and then we've almost missed this absolute rocket from Butchman here. Look at that. And let's not look at that. That is terrible. That's terrible from up off. It's gone straight at him, and he's flapped at it. He's not got his hands on it. Oh, mate. My just putting the ball wide there, getting his head on it from the corner. I thought up off. I'm disappointed there because up off's been playing pretty decent, bar that absolute howler from a few weeks back when he played the ball straight off Backman's head into his own goal. He's been playing pretty decent, to be honest, but that's a poor bit of goalkeeping, isn't it? And the problem is, though, if you're a goalkeeper, you know you make a mistake that leads to a goal. Like any player on the pitch makes a mistake. Usually the consequences aren't as bad, but as a goalkeeper, you do something like that, then it's just ending up in the net, isn't it? And again, he's just gonna have to dust himself off and just try and not really worry about it. That's a good save there, though, because that's the sort of thing where there's bodies in the box, could hit anybody, but just keeps his eye on it and straight at him, which is great. That'll do his confidence a bit better now, to be honest. His Pick drops the shoulder and he's just put it over the top, and I think Pick's playing really well this year, to be honest. I don't know if anyone else is picking up on that. Again, he's come into the side and looks like revitalised is probably the wrong word because he looked pretty good last year as well, but he looks like a really confident player this year, and he's not afraid to just run at people, and I like that. There he goes again, just covering yards and yards and yards. He's like I'm going to start calling him Forrest Gump, to be honest, the amount of pitch that he covers. I'd be interested to see his heat map. But yeah, he really is covering some distance. And he just gets his head on that as well, and it's just over the top from Pick. And yeah, I think he's definitely stepped up. Not that his position was ever under question, I don't think, but he's really sort of cementing himself in the team, if that makes sense. And obviously Hemline was sort of we weren't really looking actively to replace him until Liadji turned up, but Pick I was happy enough with, and I was thinking, he'll still do a job up in Division 2, and yeah, like I say, fair play to him. He's really sort of stepped up his game and almost brought out a new side to himself, and I don't know whether that's because of the fact that Elias Huth's come back off loan and there's an extra bit of pressure there that he maybe didn't have last year, which was just the youngsters. I don't know, but whatever it is, it seems to be working, and let's hope it continues. Here's Hercher now, pulls it back for Bergman. That's a lovely goal. Excellent strike from Theodore Bergman at the edge of the area. There's no goalkeeper howler here. This is just absolute power. Hercher again insisting on being the furthest player forward. Bergman with an absolute thunderbolt. You pick that one out. What a goal that is to pull us level. Absolutely brilliant goal. Now we just need to make sure we stand up here or go to ground and make a wonderful tackle. It's always dangerous, isn't it? Oh, they've gone to review. For that. I think no penalty. That's fine. Okay. I was going to say, it's always dangerous, isn't it, when you see them go flying in on the floor there, and it's like, come on, lads, this is not a good idea. But I think we've got away with one there. I'm not 100% convinced that was a good decision to go diving in, and we've won a corner there, I think, have we? Yeah, good. Kraus just getting there in front of the goalkeeper and just creating a bit of issue. Bergman's put the ball in, and it's 2. It's 2-1, I think. It's gone down as an own goal from Himmelman, the goalkeeper. And I'm wondering, does he get the last touch? Bjarnason gets up, it comes back off the post, and the goalkeeper falls onto it. And oh mate, like, I feel for him there to give the own goal. Like, you have to, obviously, but because of the way that the goals have to be given. Like, he has had the final touch, but you can't help but feel bad for him that it goes down as an own goal. But great header again by Bjarnason, and 2-1 now, like, against a good Sao Pauli side here. And that's a great save. That is a brilliant save from up off. That's made up for earlier on in the match with that mistake there. That could well have kept us in the game, which is going to be worth those points alone, I think. We just need to make sure, however, we can keep the ball out of our half for as long as possible. Here's Liadji, and he's just going to start moving around. Just like he's like a Rolls Royce in Liadji. Just floats around the pitch. Great ball in that, and just headed over the top from Bjarnason. But yeah, Liadji's he's a cut above, isn't he? He's hang on, we've been robbed on the halfway and just overran it. That is a let-off. That is an absolute let-off, I think. But here goes Pick again. He's rode that tackle just into the corner, mate. Like, all you got to do in this situation, a couple of seconds left of injury time, and rather than dribbling it in the corner, he's figured, I can score an absolute worldie here. But thankfully, it's not really mattered. We've won the game. We've had to come from behind. We've had to grind the result out. And a good performance, I think. A very good performance. And as I say, learning stuff about the team here. Learning that they can just grind into that second gear if needs be. They're not just going to sit back. If a team's come at them, then, defensively, we are starting to make less mistakes, I think is the right description. Certainly not no mistakes. But of course, as we come into Hamburg now, and we see where we go, Hamburg are third. We are without Liadji this match. He's been suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards, which is fine. So Elias Huth's come in at right wing, just in case you're looking there going, why is Huth playing there? Why have they dropped Liadji for such an important match? Well, it's because he's suspended, obviously. Otherwise, we would probably have kept him in. But here's a little bit of ricocheting in there. Bergman plays the ball back. So not a great deal happened, to be honest, in the first half an hour. Balls sort of recycled back out. Great ball in, headed away nicely, which, again, I mean, look at those banks there of defenders that we've got, and that's the... go on, that's brilliant. He's robbed him on the half. He's robbed him in his own half. Bjarnason, of course, the coolest man in the entire stadium is the man from Iceland. What is he doing there? He's just stood. It's Chifchi just dispossesses him, and Bjarnason goes charging. There's nobody between the halfway line and the goalkeeper, and Bjarnason just runs it through, and all he's got to do is keep his cool, and of course he just slots it past the keeper, and that is a huge goal in our season. That's like, okay, we've arrived in the league now. I've got a feeling that Hamburg's dressing room is going to be a very different atmosphere to ours at half-time, because I think we're only a point behind Hamburg now in third, and that's, if someone had offered me that 12 games in and said you're going to be a point off third, I'd be going, did everybody else lose all the time? That's like mathematically impossible, but we're here, we're doing it, and fair play. Let's just keep going. This is really working out quite well, to be honest, and I'm very, very happy indeed. And that's a great effort, but just gone wide. So we just need to ride our luck a little bit again. And again, I mean, there's that shape, isn't it? We say there the banks, we do defend nicely in terms of our shape, But I think, we will start to slowly get better as we do. But, just try and break us down. We're at home. There's no need for us now to go flying. We need to try and protect what we've got a little bit. There's half an hour still left in the match, so anything can really happen, to be honest. That's a great ball in. Lovely save. Lovely hands from up off. And just, again, sort of giving us a bit more confidence, I think, at the back, which is exactly what he's brought in for. Hercher robbing the full-back there. Good ball back in. And be honest, and can't quite get it, but Picks just robbed him. And I can't believe the goalkeeper saved that. Oh, that could have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. Oh, I hope we don't regret that. I hope we do not regret that. Because that was like gilt-edged opportunity. Good ball back in and just headed over the top. So 10 minutes, a shaky 10 minutes to be honest now. 10 minutes left and a good save again. We're just hanging. I'm considering biting my nails at this point. Like, I know this is only a league game and it's not really of huge significance, but that's why. That's why I wasn't 100% convinced. Vince Heimer with the equaliser. 8 minutes to go. Again, where's Hercher? Hercher's just too far out. Like, maybe we need to look at him. I know we've brought Meyer in to give him a bit of competition, and maybe Hercher's a little bit too attacking and forget some of his defensive responsibilities from time to time. And that's causing some problems. We've conceded a few too many goals from that now, to be honest. So maybe we need to look at that. But you know what? 1-1, like, yeah, that's a good result. That's a really good result against a good Hamburg side who are going to be expected to be up there at the end of the season. And we're not. So, I'll take that, to be honest. That's fantastic. And again, we need to just build on that because next week we've got Bochum. So that's really exciting. 5th place in the league at the end of October. Very happy, to be honest. Can't really complain. We'll play some more games offline. I hope you're enjoying this series. Obviously, if you are enjoying it, please do give the videos a like. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone who's doing that. If you've got any comments, feedback, obviously do hit them below in the comments section. I will reply to you, every single person who gets back in touch with me. And obviously, of course, do try and follow the Football Manager Therapy podcast. We also have some videos going up as well on this channel. The podcast is available through Acast, Apple Music, and through Spotify. I hope you enjoyed the videos. As I say, we are twice a week, so you expect another video at the end of the week, and I will see you all very, very soon.